Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Madden Gaming, and I am back with another reaction video. In today's reaction video, I will be reacting to is the USFL, what we thought the AAF could have been. Don't know much about the AAF, so I'm interested to see what happened to them. I think it's an old league. I've heard of it before, but I've never really watched. I know it's a pretty old league, so I'm just ready to hop into this. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Move the chains.
Welcome to the End Zone YouTube. Let's move the chains. We are discussing the United States Football League and their unique advantage over the upcoming XFL. But before we dive into that, let's time travel way back when to before the Alliance of American Football kicked off and XFL 2.0 kicked off. The Alliance of American Football had a unique advantage, and I know it's weird saying that after the disaster that it ended up being, but it did have an advantage over XFL 2.0. The advantage was the Alliance of American Football was kicking off a whole entire year before XFL 2.0 was able to launch. And a lot of people's thinking was, well, the Alliance of American Football has a full year head start. They're going to soak up all the best players not in the NFL, not on practice squads. So theoretically, yes, that the Alliance of American Football did have an advantage, and I agreed with that, and that was one of the reasons why I jumped on to the AAF bandwagon. Unfortunately, we didn't know about the financial and strategic struggles of the Alliance of American Football that would eventually be its downfall. But you cannot say that they didn't have a unique positioning and a head start over XFL 2.0. They did. The difference is, obviously, when you compare the Alliance of American Football into the USFL, is the USFL is better to me in all different categories. The USFL, first of all, they have a jump. They have a full season before XFL 3.0 to grab players, to bring them on, and make them a part of their league. That is a huge advantage. They also have better coaching than the Alliance of American Football, better players, in my opinion. I thought that the quality of play, despite the Alliance of American Football not making it as far, I still think from what we got, the USFL had better quality play, better games. The financials, obviously, being backed by a media company like Fox, it makes it a whole nother level. And then the strategy of the USFL being very unique compared to the Alliance of American Football, I think all make the USFL obviously a much better product than the Alliance of American Football, but the USFL is similar to the AAF in that the USFL has that whole entire year, whole entire season head start over XFL 3.0. But there's no denying that the United States Football League has a huge advantage over the XFL in terms of talent acquisition. Now, I will say this. The XFL 3.0 currently does offer better financials and benefits than the United States Football League. But the USFL will probably change those financials and benefits to attract more players. And also, the USFL has something that they can sell that the XFL 3.0 cannot sell when recruiting players to their league and top-end talent. That's job security. The United States Football League has finished an entire season. Something that the XFL, I know there were things that they could not control, but when you look at the XFL brand, has failed to do 2 times. So, when it comes to the USFL, one thing that they can sell to potential players, to potential big names who want a chance and are having trouble deciding, hey, which league do I commit my next year to? The USFL can say, hey, we have job security. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what league you go to because it all is up to you and how you play. That's what determines getting you to the next level or getting you the next paycheck. So the USFL's advantage of having that job security and having that season already under its belt, I think, is clear over the XFL. Now, the XFL has other advantages, and it's not always clean, cut, set, and dry. Some players might want to play in certain specific venues or cities. There might be guys who already live in Texas who want to be in that XFL hub. There could be players who are already living in the South or up north, wherever we see the next USFL hub, who want to be around a certain city or a certain place. So there are a bunch of different things, and it's never cut and dry. It's never black and white. There's always a lot that goes into the players' decisions and the league decisions. But I just think that the USFL is in a unique position, kind of like the Alliance of American Football was before the Alliance of American Football kicked off and before he learned about some of the dealings and shadiness of the AAF. I'd love to know your opinions down below on the USFL, XFL, and the fight for talent. Thanks for watching The End Zone. Make sure to like.
Alright, so let me get my general thoughts. He talked a little bit of the AFF, the AAF, which is an older football league, and he also talked more about the XFL. He did say one thing that I caught from that was he said the finance is better, and from the outside looking in, I thought it would be the other way around, but now I can kind of see that The Rock and everybody they are on board and putting money, and this is 2.0 for them, 2.0. So I can see why he said that. But he also pointed out a good point. The USFL can give you job security. We don't know the XFL 2.0 is going to be a success like the USFL was. We don't know that. So great points in this video. I did enjoy it. It's a lot of things I did not know about this subject, so I'm glad I was able to react to this. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this reaction. More reactions coming soon. Love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.